What was your source for QBank or QSense?
Mostly Marrow only, but yeah, I didn't solve the whole question bank.
And how did you revise them again and again? Because revision is a task. It
Yeah.
itself is a task.
I used to make custom modules in which I selected mostly these four hashtags: hashtag recent need, hashtag AIDS, hashtag dcommons, and hashtag clinical.
How many hours you used to study? What is the maximum hours?
That I think that depends person to person what is the adequate amount. And what is important is कि जितना time पढ़ाई कर रहे हैं ना, that should be effective.
So how you motivated yourself during the low days? How many questions you used to solve every day? 200 approx, 150 to 400.
Yeah. In the beginning, I was not able to solve that much. In the beginning, I started with like say 50 questions a day, and then I slowly increased it to 100, 150. And 2 months before exam, I was like almost solving 150 to 200 questions a day.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi. So how is life after results?
It's very stagnant. It's very boring too.
Yeah. So thank you so much first of all for joining, and congratulations for your results.
Thank you, and thank you for letting me speak at this platform.
Yeah. So how was your NEET PG journey especially started? Like when you started specifically for NEET PG?
I did my undergrad from AIMS Jodhpur, and I was a decent student back then. So in third year, I think I bought Marrow, but I barely used any videos. I used to mostly read from the main books, the standard books. So, but in final year, I completely, watched the Marrow videos only for most of the subjects. Not all, but mostly I used Marrow videos. And then in internship, I was pretty confused कि क्या करना है लाइफ में, है ना, कि नीट पीजी देना है या यूएसएमएलई देना है, क्या करना है. तो फर्स्ट 5-6 months तो ऐसे ही चले गए कि डिसाइड करने में कि करना क्या है. देन इन द मिड ऑफ माय इंटर्नशिप आई डिसाइडेड कि ठीक है नीट पीजी करना है. तो तब मैंने थोड़ा थोड़ा पढ़ना चालू किया था. तब भी ये नहीं बोलूंगी कि फुल फ्लेज्ड मैंने नीट की तैयारी शुरू की थी, बट थोड़ा थोड़ा कि एटलीस्ट मैं मटेरियल इकट्ठा कर रही थी कि हाँ चलो ये वाला सब्जेक्ट यहाँ से करना है, ये सब्जेक्ट यहाँ से करना है. तो ऐसे कर रही थी. बट मेरी इंटर्नशिप खत्म हुई दिसंबर 31 को 2024 में. तो ऐसे जनवरी 10 अराउंड से मैंने स्टार्ट किया पढ़ाई करना बिल्कुल प्रॉपरली नीट पीजी के लिए सिर्फ. तो तब ऐसे हुआ कि मेरे पास रिसोर्सेज तो थे सारे. मुझे पता था कि हाँ ठीक है ये वाला सब्जेक्ट यहाँ से करना है. कुछ ये था कि हाँ कुछ मैं पढ़ चुकी थी इंटर्नशिप के टाइम, एक रीड मार चुकी थी, और मेजोरिटी मैंने नहीं पढ़ा था उससे पहले. तो 10th जनवरी से मैंने स्टार्ट किया प्रॉपरली. मैं घर पे ही थी, तो वही है पूरा टाइम, कोई अलग से कोई जॉब या कुछ ड्यूटी कुछ नहीं था, तो सिर्फ पढ़ाई करनी थी पूरा दिन. तो तब से मैंने स्टार्ट किया था 10th जनवरी से लेके. फिर मुझे ये था कि हाँ मे INI देना है, तो मैं उस हिसाब से पढ़ रही थी कि मे INI से पहले पहले मेरा प्रॉपर तैयारी जितनी भी होनी चाहिए वो हो जानी चाहिए. बट मे INI में अनफॉर्चुनेटली मेरा रैंक ऐसे 1248 रैंक था. तो मुझे मेरी चॉइस की ब्रांचेस या चॉइस का कॉलेज उतना कुछ ज्यादा नहीं मिल रहा था. तो फिर मुझे था कि चलो कोई बात नहीं कि 15 जून को ये नीट, तब तक पढ़ाई कर लेंगे. बट फिर नीट पोस्टपोन हो गया, तो शुरू में थोड़ा सा वो हो गया कि हाँ काउंसलिंग, INI की काउंसलिंग वगैरह का मतलब देख लें कि वहाँ पे कुछ मिल रहा है वहाँ पे ले लें, या वो तो थोड़ा सा टाइम उसमें खराब हुआ. बट उसके बाद फिर प्रॉपरली नीट के हिसाब से पढ़ना, और फिर
And what was your source proper? That was only Marrow only?
नहीं, मैं बताती हूँ सब्जेक्ट वाइज. तो फर्स्ट
It go in more English side because there are many from south, so they are not.
Okay, sure. So for first year, I'll start subject wise. So for first year subjects, I used anatomy के लिए. For DBMCI में Ashwini sir used to teach anatomy. At that time, I think Marrow had Ashwini sir too, search videos too, but I didn't know at that time. And I had already his printed notes, so I did it from DBMCI. I didn't purchase it; I borrowed it from a friend. So I did anatomy from Ashwini sir's notes, main notes. And physio and biochem, I used Manu. So for physio, I basically read just the revision notes, and I didn't watch any video. But for a few topics which I thought were weak, like nerve muscle physiology and neurophysiology, for these topics, I used main notes because I think in-depth knowledge was required in these topics. So I for these topics, I used the main notes, and for rest, I switched to just the revision notes. For biochem also, I read main notes first because I thought revision notes were not very easy for me. I was not able to understand everything from revision notes. So I read the main notes. I even watched a few videos where I felt this topic is weak. So I watched a few videos of main notes also. But mostly, yeah, I read from main notes only, biochem. Then for second year subjects, for micro, I didn't feel ki micro was not that good. So I read micro from DAMS. A few of my friends also did from Preeti ma'am's notes, but I didn't use it specifically. I had DAMS, so I did from DAMS only, and it was good too. For pharma, I did from GRG sir's notes and videos, and for pathology, I didn't specifically use any resource, I would say, for pathology, because I had given step one in my third year, so I already had a strong base of pathology from first aid, which is a book for USMLE Step 1. So I mainly read the first aid. I annotated the previous year questions in first aid itself. So just for general physiology, maybe I refer to Marrow revision notes, but yeah, specifically I didn't use any other resource. Then for forensic, again, Marrow revision notes. Then coming to community medicine, also Marrow revision notes. ENT, Ophthal, also revision notes. But yeah, Ophthal, I would like to say ki Ophthal Marrow is not that good. I found out it later ki dance teacher Saurabh sir, I think, he's a much better teacher and his notes are better. So, but I had already read them in final year, so I just stick to them. Because particularly I had it was very difficult for me, I'll say. मुझे याद नहीं रहती थी often. So I had to read it again and again. But yeah, I did it from Marrow only because I had done it again. I had already done it in the final year. Again, for derma also, and for psychiatry, I used DAMS notes and videos. And what's remaining? Radiology, I did from BTR. Xanavam's 6-hour video is there in the BTR 2.0, and that's pretty comprehensive, I think. It has almost everything which is required. For anesthesia also, I watched DVT also, DVT of DAMS. That was also pretty good, and I also watched BTR, that was also good. So you can choose either of them. And then medicine, only DAMS. DAMS notes were comprehensive, they were concise, it was easy to read from them. Also, a lot of medicine, not a lot, but basics of medicine at least were covered in first aid only. So I didn't have much problem in just reading the notes. So I just did the DAMS notes. Surgery, Marrow revision notes. OBS, again, Marrow revision notes. Pediatrics, Marrow main notes. Uh, did I miss out any subject? Ortho. Yeah, ortho, Marrow revision notes. So yeah, mostly revision notes of Marrow, except for a few subjects like micro, psychiatry, and medicine, which I did from DAMS.
Okay. And how was your GT journey? Like how many schools you started and then how you progress with GT?
So I gave my first GT while I was in internship. So it was around, I think, August or September. At that time, I was scoring like 110, 120. I had given just two GTs, I think, in my internship. Then after the internship, I started at around 120, 130 questions correct. And then I slowly increased, Mm, after before my क्या कहते हैं INICT, May INICT, I was able to get like 150 corrects, up to 150 corrects. So I was not getting, I never crossed 160 before May INICT. So my highest was I think 151, 155, like that. But I was consistently scoring 140 plus at that time. So, and after the INICT, when NEET got postponed, so I was then scoring 160 plus, 165. I never got 170 plus, but yeah, I was scoring in 160s, 150s consistently.
Like how you used to analysis of GTs?
Okay. So GT analysis, in the beginning it was very difficult because most of the syllabus was not complete. And I was not even used to getting GTs. I was not even used to getting doing MCQs. So what I used to do is, कि, I'll select, okay, these are the wrong questions. So I'll do the wrong questions and unattempted questions first. So that way, the day I used to give GT from 9 a.m. to 12 a.m. Every time when I used to give GT, because that was the time of exam. So at that time, I had given my GT, and then after the GT, I'll take after the GT, I'll take a break. I have lunch. So after 2 3, I'll start reviewing my GT. Then I'll first review the wrong questions and the unattempted questions. And after I've done that, then I used to check the questions which I've guessed. Marrow has this feature, you can select these are the guessed marked questions. So I used to see then these guest questions preferably, and sometimes I used to review it from the starting also. So that was like, that's your choice whether you want to do it subject wise or you want to do it like that. That's up to you. But I think doing the wrong and unattempted questions first is a better idea, because at least you are not going to repeat the same mistake again. जो तुमने सही कर दिया, that so you already know most of the questions. Obviously not all, some are guess marked also, but most of the questions you already know. So once you've given, I think 10 GTs, I think, then you get to know कि हाँ ठीक है, these are this type of question they are asking, and you get exposed to most of the questions as well. So you mostly know the topics which are commonly asked. So at that time, after you have given 10 to 15 questions, I think it's a good idea that you just do the unattempted and the wrong questions.
Okay. And I think majority of people, like those who want to ask this question, like what difference topper do, like in their strategy, in the revision planning, like how was your usual day look like? Is there any different thing you guys do who come in top 20?
I don't think there's anything different. It's everything is available on YouTube, on Instagram, everywhere it's available. You have seniors, they tell everything कि हाँ ऐसे ऐसे करना है. But I think most of the people, they are not consistent. Consistency is one thing which separates the toppers from the rest. You have to be consistent. Matlab, even if there's your cousins are at your home, or there's a function at your home, you at least you should be consistent. You should take out at least 1 hour or 2 hour for studying that day also. I believe that. So that way your consistency is not breaking. Okay. So coming to what my usual day looks like. So I used to wake up early at 5 or 6 in the morning. Mostly I try to wake up at 5 in the morning, but yeah, sometimes at 6. Then I'll start studying like half an hour later. So like if I wake up at 5, so I'll start studying at 5:30, 5:45. And then I used to do whatever the whatever I feel like is the most tough part of that subject. For example, I'm doing anatomy, and I feel that lower limb is very tough for me. Okay. So what I'll do is I'll do lower limb early in the morning. So first thing in the morning, I'll do lower limb. Okay. I'll complete it by whatever time it will take. Like let's say it will take 4 hours. So I'll read that first. After that is done, the rest of the part is easy. So if I have to complete anatomy today, or like say in 2 days or 3 days, so I'll do the most tough thing in the morning, and then do rest of the things during the day. So I used to take it, like if I'm starting at 5:45 or 6, so for 2 3 hours I study the topic. Then I'll have breakfast, and after breakfast I'll solve some MCQs. After breakfast people generally feel dizzy and sleepy. So I used to do questions at that time so that I don't feel sleepy. Yeah, and also it also tests what you have read already in those 2 3 hours. So I'll do maybe let's 50 questions, and then after that I'll again start studying, and then during the time of lunch, like 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. So before the lunch or after the lunch, I'll solve again 50 questions again. And then after the lunch, I'll take a nap of 15 minutes, 30 minutes mostly. And then I'll start studying again. And then after 7 or 8, I was too tired to study anything. So then I'll again do 50 questions at the night. Sometimes 100 questions if the topic is easy. So yeah, like that.
So how many questions you used to solve every day? 200 approx, 150 to 200.
Yeah. In the beginning, I was not able to solve that much. In the beginning, I started with like say 50 questions a day. And then I slowly and slowly increased it to 100, 150. And 2 months before exam, I was like almost solving 150 to 200 questions a day.
And GT every Sunday, or there any other plan for
So
GTs?
in January, February, it was like almost once in 10, 15 days. But after, in March, April, I was doing it every weekend.
Okay. And how many hours you used to study? What is your maximum hours?
That I think that depends person to person what is the adequate amount. And what is important is कि जितना time पढ़ाई कर रहे हैं ना, that should be effective. मतलब ऐसे नहीं होना चाहिए that you are sitting in front of the book or in front of your iPad and your mind is somewhere else. So I used to study for 8 to 10 hours, sometimes close to exam 12 hours, 13 hours a day.
Okay. And just last question, and then we will open the floor for others. Like, for example, our result came, you go to 14 rank. Obviously, before results, you know, never expected that result, or even
Yeah.
during the preparation. So, how you motivated yourself during the low days?
Okay, so after the INI result came, so 1248 it was the rank. So I was very disheartened because I aimed for at least top 200 rank, but I didn't get it, and I was feeling so low कि मतलब कुछ नहीं बचा, अब तो सब खत्म हो गया ऐसे लग रहा था. But on those days I remembered कि ठीक है, एक एग्जाम अभी भी है, I have this opportunity. ठीक है, 6 महीने ही गए हैं मेरे, ऐसे बहुत ज्यादा टाइम नहीं चला गया है लाइफ का. There's a lot of time in life, 1 year, 2 year doesn't make that much of a difference. During the preparation it feels like कि हाँ तुम्हारे क्लास वाले तुमसे आगे निकल जाएंगे या तुम रह जाओगे, तुम घर पे बैठे हो, तो it feels like a burden. But हमें ये सोचना चाहिए कि ठीक है, ये टाइम मिला है, we should use it effectively and I should give my 100%. ठीक है. Once I am giving my 100%, whatever is written, that is up to God. So that is what I used to think. I'll give in my best. Rest is up to God. So that's how I used to motivate myself. And plus, my dad used to help me whenever I used to feel low. I used to talk to him कि पापा ये नहीं हो रहा है, ऐसा नहीं हो रहा है. So he used to tell me कि कोई बात नहीं, तू जितना कर रही है, you do as much as you can.
True. So, guys, you can unmute yourself. Just raise your hand, and I will ask, and you can unmute yourself, and you can say, Chitra.
First of all, congratulations, ma'am. I have two questions. First, you told that you did DAMS main notes, or you prepared for DAMS or Marrow. Like,
Mhm.
you prepared from notes or you saw the videos? And if you saw the
Uh,
videos, did you see them
mhm.
again, or you just referred the notes, मतलब बार बार?
Okay. So I had mostly completed, during my final year, I watched most of the videos of final year subjects. So that was not an issue for me. I didn't watch any final year video during my preparation phase from January. But for first and second year subjects, I used to watch the videos of just those topics which I think I'm weak in. So for example, if I'm not able to understand a topic, then I'll watch that video. Otherwise, I used to read from the notes only.
And how did you revise them again and again? Because revision is a task. It
Yeah,
itself is a task.
right. But the thing is कि when you start your preparation, so let's say, for example, you like I studied Marrow from main notes of dance. So let's suppose for the first time when you're reading it, let's suppose you take 5 days for a micro. But when you will revise it again now, so let's suppose after a week or after a month when you are revising it. So if you have taken 5 days before, then for next time when you'll revise it, you'll take just 3 days, right? And then when you will revise it for the third time, let's say you will take just 2 days. And then like when you have revised it for 4 or 5 times, it will take even lesser time. So that's one thing. Second is if you think it is too bulky, then you can concise it on your own. You can make some short notes, or you can make short notes of just those topics which you forget very easily, right? And the other thing is you can also use the revision notes. Like for example, for most of the final year subjects, I just use the revision notes of Marrow because I had already read and watched the videos of final year subjects in the final year itself. So that's why I just stick to the revision notes, and they were pretty revisable. Like I could easily complete surgery in a day by the end of my preparation from revision notes.
My second question is, you told that you used to review your GTs. Did you have a
Yeah.
wrong diary, and how did you revise it? If you had a wrong
Sorry.
diary, did you have a wrong
Uh,
diary, or how
yes,
did you
yes.
revise it?
Okay, okay. So I didn't make wrong diary in the initial part of my preparation. What I used to do is ki I tried to annotate at least the wrong questions in my notes only. So a lot of questions I tried to annotate as much as possible in my notes only. But that was very hectic actually. That was taking a lot of time. That
Hmm.
was a good strategy. That is a good strategy, I think, if you have time. Like if you are already in third year, fourth year, or internship also, or if you have more than 1 year for your preparation. So then you can easily do that. That's the best strategy, I feel. But if you have, let's suppose, just 6 months, 7 months, so what you can do is you can make a wrong diary, but make it subject wise. Okay. So in the mid of my preparation, I started making this wrong diary. So what I used to do is I knew I have to give GT on Sunday. So on Saturday night at 5 p.m., I'll sit and just take this notebook and revise it as much as I can. Okay. So then the next week, I'll give GT again. So what I'll do is I knew first, let's suppose 20 pages or first 50 pages, I've already read, you know, and the next 10, 20 pages are left. So what I'll do is I'll start from those 10, 20 pages which are left. I'll revise them first and then revise the rest of the copy. Okay. Or let's suppose, for example, if I've made it subject wise, so what I'll do is let's suppose I'll do if I have to give GT tomorrow. So what I'll do is I'll read those four, 5 subjects today, and then when I have to give GT the next week, I'll read other 4, 5 subjects which I've not read the previous week. Okay.
Hmm. Okay. Okay. Thank you.
Okay.
Rajiv.
Well, congratulations, ma'am, on your amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, like my first question is like I have two problems only. First of all, is as you told that you were following the rapid revision notes for most of the subjects. I want to ask, did you coincide those notes into another notebook, or you just read them only till the last?
No, I mostly read them only. But
Okay.
what, as I have told that I've made a wrong diary. So
Okay.
I had already written some weak topics, some topics which I used to forget frequently. So I'd already written those on some pages, on some notebooks. So I already knew these are the most volatile topics. Okay. These I need to revise 1, 2 days before the main exam.
Okay.
Hmm.
And the next question is like consistency is like my main problem. So how did you push yourself each day, like day in and day out, repeating the same schedule? Like because after a time it is very mentally taxing, like this
Yeah,
journey.
yeah, yeah. So Pracha, I want to ask you whether you are in an internship or doing some job or you are post-intern. What are you doing?
No, I'm in post intern. I got a 18,000 rank in NEET this year. Like
Okay. So you're at home. You're not doing any job, right?
Now I'm not doing any job.
Okay, okay. So, see, what I used to do is I was also alone at home. My dad was there, my grandmother was there, my mother was there. So, what I used to do is whenever I felt like I can't do this, I'm just bored. So, I just went to them and sit with them, have a chat with them for some time. I just blurted out whatever it was in my mind. Ki it's in your eye. I don't feel like I'm doing enough. Yeah, whatever I used to feel like. So I used to talk to them. So first thing you can do is spend some time with your family. You can have a chat with your family over dinner, over lunch. And second thing, what I used to do is I had some batchmates, some really good friends of mine. So I used to call them.
Okay.
So like every 2, 3 days, I used to call some friend of mine and we used to discuss कि हाँ तूने कितना पढ़ लिया मैंने कितना पढ़ लिया. So we used to have a chat, and that way we used to keep each other in check. Okay, so that is also one thing. I used to talk to some of my seniors whenever I felt like ki my score is not improving, or I'm not doing enough, whatever I used to feel like, or I used to have any problem in a subject. So I used to talk to some seniors who used to guide me कि ऐसे कि ये चीज ऐसे नहीं कर ऐसे कर. For example, when I told you ना कि I used to do 50 questions after breakfast and then
Yes,
50 questions after lunch. So that is one of my seniors actually told me, and one of my friends also told me कि divide it in 50 का bunch. You know, that way you'll be able to solve more questions without feeling exhausted. है ना.
okay.
तो you can talk to your seniors, you can talk to your friends कि हाँ यहाँ पे दिक्कत आ रही है, how do you solve this. And if you're not able to understand a question, you can talk to a friend कि हाँ तू how do you solve this, how do you approach these questions. So that way that will help you be consistent, and that will also keep you in check whether you're doing enough or not.
Okay, ma'am. And one last question, like in the last 10 days of the revision, so you just
Mhm.
refer to those rapid revision notes in your notebook only, or like that's it?
Yeah, mostly that. And I had some screenshots also from the Marrow question bank mostly. So I had some screenshots also of the topics which I was weak in, which I used to forget, some images which I wanted to look in the end. So yeah, mostly that only.
Thank you, sir.
Okay.
Answer.
Hello. First of all, congratulations, ma'am, for securing a
Thank you.
PG. Ma'am, I just want to ask you that what was your source for QBank or QSense? And one more thing, like, did you solve all the QBanks or modules are there, or just solved like PYQs?
Okay, so I mostly used Marrow for QBank. I barely did some questions from DAMS, but that doesn't really count. So yeah, mostly Marrow only. But yeah, I didn't solve the whole question bank. I used to make custom modules in which I selected mostly these four hashtags: hashtag recent NEET, hashtag aims, hashtag the commons, and hashtag clinical. Sometimes image based wala bhi. So sorry, I mostly did custom modules. So यही tags use करती थी, and PYQs of course. I had done मतलब during the prep. I think I've done it just the PYQs at least 3 times I think. So yeah, just PYQs, some custom modules, and yes, one I think very important which most of the students miss is subject test and mini tests in Marrow. They're actually really good, especially for INI CET. I will say कि subject test and mini tests are very good. So you can solve them also. For example, when you have completed a subject, you can solve the subject test after that. They're just 50 questions, and it's doable. Yeah.
Okay. Next, Shranaya.
Hello, ma'am. Ma'am,
Hello.
congratulations, first of all.
Thank you. Thank you.
Actually, I missed the starting, but I don't know whether you studied from BTR or not. Did you study from BTR, ma'am?
I just read a few subjects like radiology and anesthesia from BTR mostly. Yeah. Other than that, no, I have not used BTR.
Ma'am, actually, I'm facing, a problem in consolidating, ma'am. Like, there is BTR, there is
Mm-hmm.
Marrow Rapid Revision, because I'm studying from one source. And
Mm-hmm.
when come to other source, there is like picture memory hota hai na, ma'am. Like, it's
Ha
getting
ha ha.
disturbed. Like
Yeah.
so much, and there are so many constantly putting in online, like do this, do that. This is what I'm getting confused. Like, there is no picture
Ha ha
memory
ha.
either, and it's like so much
Hmm.
of overwhelming, and I don't know what to do.
Yeah, I understand. During the prep, you feel so much FOMO. Yeah, I used to feel that too. Because a lot of my friends were using BTR, and I was like, yeah, मैंने BTR नहीं किया. Am I missing out on something? So don't feel like that. Uh, I want to ask you, what is your main source?
Ma'am, Marrow Rapid Revision.
Okay, so you stick to that. है ना? I've used Marrow Rapid Revision only most of the times. ठीक है? तो you stick to that. You know whenever you feel like कि हाँ ये subject Marrow Rapid Revision में अच्छे से नहीं दिया हुआ है. You know, for example, I used to feel like psychiatry and microbiology were not that good in Marrow. So you can just refer to those topics from BTR or some other source. Otherwise, just stick to one source. That's enough. Just annotate your PYQs and your wrong questions in those notes, and it will be more than enough.
And also, ma'am, like sometimes while giving GT, we
Mm-hmm.
tend to guess one question. I mean, like
Hmm.
it's not complete guess, but we will be somewhere in doubtful between these two diagnoses or something like that, and we
Mm-hmm.
mark it. And while reviewing the GT, sometimes I can't even remember whether I guessed it or I know it completely. Like there is
Hmm.
there is problem in
Yeah, but
reviewing GT also, ma'am.
see, Marrow has this feature. You can, mark the guessed questions. While you are giving the GT, you can mark that this question you are guessing. So it will be easy if you, mark that and then revise it in the end.
Ma'am,
Okay? When you,
actually, like,
हाँ बोलो.
I I finished only half subjects, ma'am. Like
Mm-hmm.
while guessing, if I keep almost half of the question, like I'm guessing, it's also like some kind of anxiety, like oh, itna guess kar rahe, like why I'm not even
Mm-hmm.
unsure, like it's kind of creating
हाँ
some
हाँ हाँ. The starting में, it feels like you are guessing almost everything. Okay, so
yes,
that's
ma'am.
fine. It's okay. You try to review as much as possible. So when you will be done with 10, 15 GTs, then you will feel like okay, this question you actually know and this question is guessed. Okay, and by that time your syllabus will also be over. So you'll be able to know it better. So it's fine. You're preparing for INICT this November or for
No, ma'am, like
NEET PG?
need PG only, ma'am.
Okay, okay, okay. ठीक है, so you have a lot of time. It's just October right now. So
Yes,
you
ma'am.
can prepare by that time. I think if you continue giving GTs every week or every 15 days, you'll be fine by, I think, January. By the time of January, you'll be able to, complete your syllabus also and know which questions you're actually guessing, which questions you actually know.
Okay, ma'am. Ma'am, so like while giving GT, if while reviewing it, if I get anything wrong, I
Mm-hmm.
can like annotate directly in rapid revision and like
Mm-hmm.
have to.
You
Okay,
can
ma'am.
annotate it directly in the rapid revision. That's the best way I feel. And for some topics which are very volatile, like there are some stagings and, some stuff which you tend to remember, some scores or anything like that, that you can write it separately in some notebook. So you can revise it before giving your GT.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you so much, ma'am.
Srivatsan. And please ask just one or two questions so that other
तो
people.
व्यक्ति तो फिर भी शायद
Yes, sir.
सौम्या
So hi ma'am. So my doubts is regarding like solving MCQs only. So I'm in my first stage. So I'm solving around 70 questions per day, and those 70
Okay.
it will include custom modules of previous year questions. I said me, I said
Mm-hmm.
me 40. Then remaining will be like direct custom modules for the important topics I would do, ma'am.
Okay,
So
okay.
should I so after like after NEET like now from November should I do this way or this way only? Should I as actually, I will increase up to 150. That's what I'm planning, ma'am. But should I increase the direct question modules also, or should I increase only previous year questions?
If you have completed your previous year questions once, only then I think you should move on to other questions of the Q bank. And if you have not done your PYQs once, then first complete those PYQs and then you start with the other custom module.
Yes, no, no, that's why I'm not sure whether I'm how much MCQs are left now. So how should I know, ma'am? How should I get to know that I have
Okay.
completed previous year?
But you're not doing it subject wise.
I'm just like so. If I do some micro, if I do mycology today, I'll solve mycology only. That's the way.
Okay. And you are aiming for November INI too.
No, man, I'm just in first stage, so maybe May I or NEET PG next year.
Okay, okay. So for now, I think you have a lot of time. So abhi to you can do, I think if you even do 50 questions or 50 PYQ questions right now and 30 or 50 questions of the whole Q bank, then also you'll be fine. You can complete it, you can do like this till December. And by January, you can start the PYQ modules. So Marrow ke, there are PYQ modules only. I think 250 or 300 PYQ modules are there. Okay. After that, you
Ma'am, you're
complete
saying
that.
that the year wise, direct year wise, you're saying.
Yes, yes, year wise. Okay.
Okay.
So that way, your two revisions of these PYQs will be done.
Okay.
And that's good enough. And after that, you can solve the bookmark questions, whatever PYQs you bookmark. and custom modules of whole QBank also.
Okay, ma'am. So from second, it should I solve by year wise, or should I do custom modules only, ma'am? That's two
I
questions.
think custom module you can do right now, because right now you're just, I think, in the first reading,
First year, yes, ma'am.
right? So whenever you read one topic, you can do just custom module of that topic. It will be easier for you to do custom module right now. If you start with the year-wise QBank, you might have some difficulty because you'll be able to do the PYQ modules only after you have completed the subject. Otherwise, you will miss out on topics. So it's better you do custom module right now of the topics that you have read today. Do that custom module today. And then after you're done with your first reading, you start with PYQ modules.
Okay, ma'am. Okay, thank you, ma'am.
Yug. Yug is there.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
I want to ask about your revision timelines, about your first reading, how many months you took, and till your INI, May INI, how
Mhm.
much readings you completed, revisions you completed.
Okay, so I want to say that I read few subjects during my internship also, but I didn't do much MCQ. So I started afresh from 10th of January. So in January and by March 10th, like 2 months, I was done with my first reading. And then from March 10th to 10th April, I did my, second reading. So after that, from 10th March, from 10th April to 30th April, I did one more reading. And then the last 15 days almost, I did the, last revision.
Okay, thank you, ma'am.
DS.
Hi, ma'am. First of all, congratulations. My
Thank
question is,
you.
you talked about group of friends you could go back to who could keep you in check. How to get such a group of friends, ma'am? Because in today's time, it's getting increasingly difficult. What did you do different for that?
That's just my college friends. Actually, he's also a college friend of mine. He's just asking that question. So yeah, I think that's just your college friends, your batchmates, which you spend a lot of time with, you've created memories with. So yeah, they'll really help you cheer up and get ready for your exams.
Thank you, ma'am. Congratulations again.
Anurag.
Thank you.
Anurag.
Hello, ma'am.
Hello.
Hello. Ma'am, I'm still in my first read. I have completed 7 to 8 subjects. Should I
Mhm.
start giving GTs now or should I wait till my read to finish?
I think you should start GTs as early as possible. Like whether you're completed, okay, like right now you're in your first read. So
Yes,
you
ma'am.
could give GTs every 15 to 20 days maybe in the starting. But after you have completed your first read, I think you should give GT every week. So
Okay.
yeah, it's a fear in our mind. It's in everyone's mind. They don't want to start GTs,
Okay.
but
Thank
you should start it as early as possible.
Jashan. Jashan is there. Okay. Yaman Singhal.
हेलो अलका।
Hello.
अपन पढ़ते पढ़ते बहुत थक जाते हैं, तो उसके लिए क्या खाना चाहिए, क्या वर्कआउट कर सकते हैं?
Whatever you can, whatever makes you sane. Take a chai, coffee, and whatever healthy food you are getting at home or anywhere you are.
पर चाय कॉफी तो थोड़ा खराब चीज नहीं है पीने के लिए?
है मतलब ठीक है, कॉफी एंड चाय 1 cup a day is just fine.
प्री वर्कआउट के लिए ले रहा हूँ, अभी क्या बॉडी दर्द कर रही है ना, तो ये बोल रहा है कि उससे ब्रेक।
पढ़ाई के टाइम आई थिंक कुछ खराब नहीं होता है। पढ़ाई के टाइम पढ़ाई
हाँ,
जरूरी
पढ़ाई के टाइम सब सही होता है, बस पढ़ाई होनी चाहिए।
होनी चाहिए। ट्रू। साम्वी।
Hello, congratulations, ma'am, first of all. So
Thank
I
you.
just wanted to ask that I am currently studying for this INI 25, and so I started reading with main notes, but now I couldn't complete many subjects. I covered like major subjects, but I couldn't complete, and now it's feel overwhelming to complete that because I won't be able to do revisions. So I like
Mm-hmm.
came back on like RR or BT and BTR, but now I just have to ask that in this is only less than 1 month left. So what should I do now? Like in this is very critical time, like the last 1 month. So what can I do? So I just wanted advice on that.
Okay. Have you made any wrong notebook or written some important topics anywhere? Have made any short
Yes.
notes or anything like that?
Yeah, yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am. I actually, when I last year I gave GTI, made all wrong notebooks and I all made choti copy and everything. And I'm currently reading
Mm-hmm.
as well that. But I just want, should I? I can't do main notes anymore because there is very less time left. So it feels overwhelming for me because I started with that
Mm-hmm.
for this I9, and I'm not unable to complete all of them. So it makes me feel that I didn't complete. There is something like. I should do that or not. So that is what should I do?
Okay, okay. So I'll say for major subjects, na, like your surgery, medicine, obs, uh, at least for them, you just stick to the source. You know, try to stick to the source. Or but for the short subjects like anesthesia or radiology, psychiatry, for these subjects, you can directly refer to BTR or the choti copy that you have made. You can directly matlab, refer to any revision source for that matter. ठीक है because they are not very high yield, I'll say. Okay, just 2-3 questions are asked from these subjects, so for them you can directly refer to any revision source. But for other subjects, I'll say that try to stick to the source as much as you can, and try to find the topics which you're weak in. So for them, you stick to the source, and for the topic that you feel ki it's fine, you already know this topic and you're confident in this topic. For those topics, you can refer to your choti copy, or you can refer to the revision notes. That's what you can do. But that there's just like almost 1 month left, so I'll not suggest that you change your sources. You try to stick to the source that you have already read. But if you're finding it overwhelming, then just refer to any revision source for that subject, or watch, Marrow has these delta videos. You can see them also, or the revision videos also, if you're finding it difficult to revise.
No, no, ma'am. Actually, I was in last year. I was studying RR with BTR, but now for the I thought that was not enough. That's why for this I9 I started reading main
So
notes.
you have
Like,
already read revision notes.
yeah, I had read it, I had read only revision notes last year, but for this I9 I especially started reading main notes because I thought it was not enough. And up to what I thought that
Okay,
I
and
thought
for how many
yeah.
subjects you have read main notes?
Like I have done one read for like and I didn't complete. I couldn't complete gynae and surgery, and I left all the smaller short subjects.
Okay, so
But
for those short subjects, you are already referring to as a revision source.
yeah, for that I am very sure that I will refer only revision notes because I won't
Ha.
be able to do. But for those
Okay.
like first and second year on surgery gynae, I am like I feel that I won't be able to revise it because reading it like I read it like for the first time in last month, but revising it
Mm-hmm.
like it would be very overwhelming because it takes a lot of time. So that's why
Yeah.
I won't be able to revise it. But I have this doubt in my mind,
Mm-hmm.
ke, like I wasted 1 month in like reading those notes, and now I won't be able to revise it. So will it be benefit, or should I revise it, leaving the all those like short RR videos or RR subjects?
Okay, so I'll say कि for weak subjects, for the subjects that you are, like very weak in, उनके लिए you read the main resource, and for subjects which you are confident in, which you think you know them, okay, you know them very well. Okay, for them you can directly read just the revision source.
Ma'am, I feel I'm weak in every subject. I don't know why, because my
Like
confidence is
the
like left.
no. See, everybody feels like that, but you see your GT scores. You see your GT scores. What are the last 4-5 subjects? So for those which which are consistently in the last 4-5 subjects. Okay, so For those subjects, you read the main resource. But for others, which which you're constantly getting 90 plus, 90% plus percentile, for those subjects, I don't think there's any need of doing the main resource.
Okay, ma'am. So my surgery and gynae was very weakest among all. Every subject was weak, but these two subjects were weakest among all. So then I should follow main notes of that now, and I should revise that from
If
that
you
as
have
well.
already done them, if you have
Yeah,
already
like I
done main.
read, like I couldn't complete it. I completed the ops part, but I couldn't read gynae part. And in surgery as well, like I completed 3/4, but I couldn't complete like 1/4 of syllabus remaining. So now I feel that there is very lesser time left if I'll start, if
Okay,
I'll
so
do
listen, just the topics that you have already done, like you said, ki you have done the obs part from main notes. You just read that again. And for the gynae part, just refer to revision notes, because now you cannot actually read main notes for the first time.
Yes, yes, ma'am. That is what I feel overwhelming, and I can't read that. But this gives me anxiety. This will be enough or not? Like, because these are my weak subjects. So then I should leave that gynae part. No.
Yeah.
Okay. 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 Thank you so much, ma'am. Congratulations
Okay.
again.
Thank you. Thank you.
Lubna. Sana Khan.
Hello, ma'am.
Lubna. Okay.
Hello.
First and foremost, thank you so much, ma'am. Sorry, congratulations, ma'am.
Thank you.
Um,
Thank you.
my one question to you, ma'am, have you ever referred subjects that were difficult to you from other sources? Like, for me, I'm referring medicine a bit from DAMS because I was not able to understand it from Marrow. Bantab sir was a bit fast and the concepts. And here in DAMS, they teach quite slowly, and for different system, they have different teachers. So it was
Yes.
convenient for me. So have you referred from a different platform, ma'am?
Yes, actually, for medicine itself, I was, I initially I thought that BTR would be enough. And then first I read it from BTR, but then I felt like it was not enough. Then I read the DAMS notes. I didn't watch
Okay,
any
okay.
videos, but I read the notes. So yeah, I did change the sources.
Exactly. And ma'am, have you done the MCQs from the DAMS?
No, I haven't done much MCQs from DAMS.
Okay, so you did only the Marrow and all major subjects
Mostly
were
Marrow, yes.
from Marrow only. Okay, ma'am.
Yes.
Sana.
Hello, ma'am. Congratulations.
Thank you. Thank you, Sana.
Ma'am, I have done 50 to 60% of my syllabus, and this is my first reading. How can I study those subjects which I have already done with further syllabus?
Sorry, can you repeat your question again?
I have done my 50 to 60% of syllabus. How can I study those subjects which I have already done with further syllabus?
Okay, so first, I think you should try to complete your first reading. Okay, don't take so much tension that you are forgetting everything. First, try to complete your first read, and then make a schedule for your first revision. Okay, so that way, whatever you have read first in your first read, you do it first in your revision also. Okay, so that way you'll keep revising it again and again. And by the time you have completed your first read, let's suppose you are completing your first read in 3 months. So for second read, you'll take lesser time. And for third read, you'll take even lesser time. So that way you will not feel like that you are, forgetting things. What other thing you can do is ki, abhi to you are in your first read. So it's okay. You just don't stress too much that you are forgetting the previous subjects. But when you will be in your second or third reading, what you can do is you start to write down the things which are volatile. Okay.
Okay, ma'am.
So you can make a wrong diary, or you can just write the volatile stuff in a notebook, and you can revise that before attempting the GT. So that way you will keep revising all the 19 subjects again and again.
Okay, ma'am. Thank you.
Pranaya.
Ma'am, one more question, ma'am. Ma'am, about this short subjects, ma'am, I don't know, like, I feel very overwhelmed with short subjects. Like, people say short subjects should not take more time, but I feel they're so much volatile, and it so much takes so much time to like remember the stuff from short subjects, ma'am. Like, how effectively we can do that?
See, what resource are you using for those short subjects?
Marrow rapid revision, ma'am, for every subject.
Okay. So I think Marrow rapid revision is actually very short. It's barely 80-90 pages for a short subjects, even lesser for a few subjects. So that you can, I think, easily complete. You have maybe you have read it just 1 to 2 times. That's why you are feeling overwhelmed by that. But if you're still not able to read it, not able to revise it, then what you can do is you can just watch a BTR video. Okay, that's just 2-3 hours of video, and she mostly concises all the high yield points. So if you are not able to do it by yourself, only then I'll say that you just watch a video. Not if not BTR, then you can watch some video on YouTube. Okay. YouTube has a lot of videos of these short subjects के लिए especially. They have a lot of videos. So you can watch any concise video on YouTube or on BTR or even DVT of dams. So anything like that. If you're not able to do it on your own.
Ma'am, actually, what problem is like I have Marrow rapid revision, ma'am. Like I studied ortho from rapid revision Marrow, and I have BTR also. I opened ortho BTR. Like for consult, I mean, like from I'm studying from both. Like it's making me feel overwhelmed. Like why this subject is so huge.
See, if you will try to complete both the things, then it will take double time. You just stick to one thing. That's why I said if you are not able to do it by yourself, only then you watch a video. Okay. So if you've already done it from Marrow Rapid Revision, so what you can do is you can just watch the Marrow Rapid Revision videos. Okay. There are, I think, 7-8 videos of ortho. So if you watch it on 2x, so it will take you just 4 or 5 hours.
Yes, ma'am. Okay. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay.
Jashan.
Hello, ma'am. Congratulations on
Hello.
your rank.
Thank you.
Ma'am, I wanted to ask that at one point our GT score gets stuck. So, if your score got stuck during your preparation, then what did you do to improve your scores?
So, yeah, my score also got stuck at around 140, 145. So, I used to get anxious as well. So, what I did then, that I increased the number of MCQs that I was solving every day. And the second thing I did was I wrote down all the volatile topics of every subject. Okay. For example, for surgery, I have made a separate copy. For every subject, I have made some copy. Okay. So you can just read those volatile topics early in the morning, maybe, or maybe before giving the GT. I used to review them before giving the GT, definitely. And I also try to revise that notebook early in the morning during the last days of my preparation. So you can do that also. And that will actually help increase your rank. So, and your score will actually improve, slowly after you've reached. I think there's, for everyone's preparation, there's a plateau. So mine came at 140, 145. So everyone will hit that plateau, and rising from that plateau is difficult for everyone. So it will take time, but if you will be consistent in your effort, if you will keep revising those volatile topics again and again, what you can do is you can just, you can even paste it on your wall. I used to paste so many, sticky notes on my wall so that I can revise those volatile topics again and again. Okay, so you can do that. You can do such things to improve your rank. So it will improve. It will definitely improve, but it will happen over a time. You will have to be patient. There will be some time before I get there.
Yeah. So I think we have completed all the questions. Those few remaining, I think if you watch this video again, you will get your answers because like we have discussed everything, I guess. Thank you so much, Dr. Alka, for sharing all the insights and answering so patiently all the questions. Thank you so much and congratulations once again.
Thank you. Thank you very much, Deepak, for letting me host this session. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thank you so much. Bye.
Okay. Bye-bye.